I've done publicity for an awful lot of very strange things in my time, including hinges. But at one point I was doing publicity for bubble gum, which isn't that hard, to be honest. You just get kids to blow it up very large and people with cameras come and take pictures of it. But there was a new factory manufacturing this bubble gum in Ireland during the time of the Troubles. And so I went over to this factory to learn all about it, write it up, and then boarded my train heading from Wexford back to Dublin to pick up my plane. But all the time feeling vaguely nervous, even though, of course, this was the Republic of Ireland, not the North. But there was something awkward about it. I was also reading a book at the time called The Third World War. And just at a crucial moment in the book, something went bang, all the lights went out, I went forwards, hit the table in front of me, backed and slid underneath the table. And the only thing I could think of was, must be the IRA. And my name's O'Reilly. Honest. Lay there for a while listening to people starting to cry and everything, realised that I was in a train wreck. Within minutes, help came. A priest arrived and blessed us all. Remarkable, because we survived. However, as I sat on the train waiting for the emergency services to come and sort me out, I started getting this pain in my tummy. This pain was growing steadily. A doctor came on board, was going around everyone and said, is everybody all right? And most people were yes, or minor cuts, or this kind of thing. And I said, well, I've got this strange feeling right across my tongue. Yeah, all right, you sit there, we'll sort you out. So next thing I knew, two burly firemen came in with a stretcher. He said, lie on this. So I lay on it. They started to get me out of the train, but they couldn't turn the corner. They said, could you get up for a moment? We'll just have to take the stretcher out of the train, and then you climb down and we'll put you back in the stretcher. So I did. So I'm lying there on the stretcher with these great big firemen taking me up the railway embankment. And it was raining. And so there was rain getting in my eyes. But the media had arrived, and I was filmed as being in intense pain. Actually, it was the rain in my eyes. I was taken into an ambulance, lay there, and the doctor came in to the ambulance and said, would you like a cup of tea? I said, thank you very much. So I rose to get a cup of tea, but I couldn't make it. He jumped out of the ambulance with my cup of tea and yelled, it's his spine, it's his spine. The door slammed behind a couple of nurses, and I was roared away over a bumpy road, straight into hospital. Meanwhile, I'm lying there trying to explain that actually my coat had got caught in the handle of the stretcher, so I couldn't get up. However, I decided to ask you, am I all right? I'll show you're all right. Well, why am I being taken to hospital? Oh, we'll see if you're all right. Thank you very much. I got whisked into hospital, taken into this very bright room full of people in white coats, and they started prodding at me, and they decided I was going to have to go into the operating theatre because they thought I might have burst my spleen. So off they went to get everything organised, and I was left with this nurse who said, well, if you're going to go into the operating theatre, would you like to urinate? Yes, I probably would need to urinate. Got a bottle, started to urinate, and it went on and on and on and on until it was really flowing out the top of the bottle. And the pain had gone away. So I spent 3 days in an Irish hospital suffering from a bunched up